Learn to recognize the enemy before starting the battle. If you only try to preserve your semen but do not close these leaks, all your efforts will be in vain, just like filling a leaky bucket with water. Friends, do you know that hidden within your body is a magical power that can transform you from an ordinary person into a superhuman? Swami Sivananda Saraswati's timeless masterpiece, Practice of Brahmacharya, is a scientific guide to reclaiming that lost power. The 12 revolutionary steps of this book will teach us how to transform the fire of desire into the light of success. Chapter 1. What Brahmacharya truly is and why it is the foundation of all your life's achievements. Chapter 2. How preserving semen makes your body as strong as a thunderbolt and free from disease. Chapter 3. Learn the mental techniques to take your memory and concentration to their peak. Chapter 4. The way to feel the divinity within yourself by stepping onto the path of higher consciousness. Chapter 5. The secret science of transforming physical sexual energy into cosmic Ojas energy. Chapter 6. Identify the major obstacles in your path to progress and learn the mantras to destroy them. Chapter 7. The path to achieving permanent mental peace by conquering the restless emotions of desire within the mind. Chapter 8. How slight changes in your diet can keep your mind calm and powerful. Chapter 9. Psychological techniques to stay immersed in positive energy by shifting the direction of negative imagination and thoughts. Chapter 10. A realistic guide on how to reap the benefits of Brahmacharya even while in married life. Chapter 11. Methods to supercharge your nervous system through yogasana and pranayama. Chapter 12. Solutions to all the complex questions in a seeker's life and the ultimate advice for conquering life. Are you ready to awaken the sleeping lion within you? Then let's begin every chapter of this extraordinary, life-changing journey. Chapter 1. What Brahmacharya truly is and why it is the foundation of all your life's achievements. In this chapter, Swami Sivananda defines Brahmacharya not merely as a religious ritual but as the very foundation of life. He explains that just as a massive building stands on a solid foundation, a person's character, health, and success depend entirely on their practice of Brahmacharya or the preservation of semen. The core mantra of the first chapter is, "Strength is life, and the waste of energy is death." Brahmacharya does not mean mere physical restraint, it is the purity of mind, speech, and action. Swami Sivananda states that the semen, or vital fluid in our body, is the essence of all energy. The true philosophy of Brahmacharya lies in protecting this fluid and transforming it into Ojas, a higher mental power. This is not just spirituality, it is the pure science of self-mastery. Real-life stories. In this chapter, and through his experiences, Swami Sivananda provides examples of great lives that astonish the world through the power of Brahmacharya. Swami Vivekananda. Sivananda mentions that Vivekananda's sharp memory, he could recite books verbatim after reading them once, and the magnetic power of his voice resulted from years of strict Brahmacharya. Swami Vivekananda himself used to say, by practicing absolute Brahmacharya for 12 years, a new nerve is created in the brain which can achieve the impossible. Mahatma Gandhi. In his autobiography, Gandhi admitted that from the moment he took the difficult vow of Brahmacharya, an invincible mental strength and fearlessness took root within him to fight against the British rule. Bhishma Pitama. Using the example of Bhishma from the Mahabharata, Sivananda shows how a man could attain the boon of death at will or Ichha Mrityu through unwavering Brahmacharya. His physical strength and strength of character remain rare in world history. Metaphorical examples. Ghee and milk. Ghee is hidden in every drop of milk, but to extract it, the milk must be turned into curd and churned. Similarly, life force is spread across every cell of our body, but through Brahmacharya, it must be concentrated into semen and then transformed into Ojas energy. The wild elephant and the iron chain. Just as the wild elephant destroys everything in its path, so does a mind driven by lust. Brahmacharya is that iron chain that tames this intoxicated elephant and helps channel its strength into heavy lifting or creative work. A simple explanation from me. Mobile phone battery health. Imagine you have an expensive smartphone. If you drain the battery all day by running unnecessary apps and find the phone dead when urgent work arises, that phone is useless. Brahmacharya is your body's battery health. Keeping it above 80 to 90% makes your processor or brain work super fast. Fixed deposit of money. If you spend money every day on small, unnecessary things, you will have no capital when it's time to start a big business or fulfill a dream. Semen is the capital of your life. Instead of spending it, if you save it, it will increase your intellect and self-confidence at a compound interest rate. Friends, today you learned why Brahmacharya is not just for monks but mandatory for every successful person. It is the power bank of your life that will put you 1,000 times ahead of others. See you in the second chapter, where we will learn how this power makes your body as strong as a thunderbolt and free from disease, the magical physical benefits of Brahmacharya. Chapter 2. The Physical Benefits of Brahmacharya. In this chapter, Swami Sivananda views the body as a temple. He states, if the body is diseased, the mind can never be strong. The changes that occur in every cell of the body due to the practice of Brahmacharya even surpass modern medical science. Let's begin the thrilling second chapter of Swami Sivananda's book, Practice of Brahmacharya, where he speaks of a magical transformation within the body. The core mantra of the second chapter is, Semen is the elixir of life. Sivananda says that when a person preserves their semen, that energy dissolves into the blood and makes the bones, marrow and muscles as strong as steel. It doesn't just create a muscular body, it generates a kind of radiance or aura within. Real life stories. In this chapter, Swami Sivananda provides examples of some astonishing physical strengths from ancient and contemporary times. Mahavir Hanuman. The greatest symbol of unbroken Brahmacharya is Hanumanji. Sivananda points out that the source of his superhuman strength, capable of lifting mountains, was his lifelong Brahmacharya. This is not just a story, it represents the ultimate peak of energy. The famous wrestler Gama Pahalwan. Sivananda cites the example of the invincible wrestler of his time, Gama Pahalwan. Gama performed thousands of squats and push-ups daily, and his diet included plenty of milk and ghee. But the secret of his true strength was his strict Brahmacharya. It is said that he did not lose a single match in his 50-year career. Western boxers and athletes. Sivananda noted that the Olympic athletes of ancient Greece practiced Brahmacharya long before competitions to ensure their nerve power remained at its peak. Metaphorical examples. The lamp without oil. If a lamp has no oil, it will not give light even if it has a wick. Similarly, semen is the oil of the body. When this oil runs out, the lamp of the body flickers out or becomes dull. Charging the battery. Our nervous system is like a battery. Preserving semen means keeping that battery fully charged. Just as an expensive phone is useless when the charge runs out, a body without semen is devoid of life force. A simple explanation from me. Software update and hardware performance. Imagine your computer has a very powerful processor, your talent, but your power supply is very weak. As a result, whenever you try to do a heavy task, a big goal, the computer hangs. Brahmacharya is the power supply of your body that never lets your system crash. The natural glow.
People use so many creams or filters nowadays to bring brightness to their faces, but Brahmacharya is the body's internal filter. It purifies your blood to such an extent that a natural radiance or magnetic attraction is created in your face and eyes that no cosmetic can provide. Friends, today you learned why others feel an invisible dominance or radiance when standing before a person who practices Brahmacharya. This isn't just about building six-pack abs, it's about transforming every blood cell of your body into invincible strength. But the body is only the beginning. The real magic happens in our brain. See you in the third chapter, where we will learn about the amazing mental benefits of Brahmacharya and how it makes your memory sharper than a computer. Chapter 3. The Mental Benefits. In this chapter, Swami Sivananda states, the mind is an unruly horse and Brahmacharya is its blinkers. If you lack mental strength, all the wealth in the world will be of no use to you. Brahmacharya transforms your brain from an ordinary machine into a supercomputer. Here you will learn how your focus and IQ can multiply. This will completely reprogram your mind. The core mantra of the third chapter is mental concentration and intellectual power. Sivananda says that when a person stops wasting their energy in pursuit of desire, that conserved energy ascends to the brain as Ojas. As a result, a person's retentive power or the ability to remember things increases incredibly. Their reasoning becomes so sharp that they can solve any complex problem in an instant. Real-life stories. Swami Sivananda mentions individuals whose mental strength ruled the world. Adi Shankaracharya. Sivananda gives the example of the great Guru Shankaracharya. He lived for only 32 years, but in that short time he established 4 monasteries and wrote hundreds of profound scriptures. Sivananda says this was possible due to his unwavering lifelong brahmacharya, which gave his brain a photographic memory. Sir Isaac Newton. Sivananda points out that Newton, the father of modern science, was a lifelong celibate. The key to Newton's deep concentration, where he could contemplate the mysteries of the universe for hours without eating or sleeping, was his conserved life force. Famous mathematicians. Sivananda noticed that those who solve complex mathematical problems find their brains tire very quickly if they do not preserve their semen. Those who practice Brahmacharya for a long time awaken their intuition, or sixth sense, allowing them to perceive truths without external evidence. Metaphorical examples. Muddy water and the calm pond. Imagine a pond where the water is very muddy and waves are rising. Can you see the bottom of that pond? Never. A mind driven by lust is like that muddy water. But Brahmacharya is the process that clears the mud and makes the water as transparent as glass. Only then can you clearly see your life's goal and truth. Sunlight and the magnifying glass. Sunlight is spread everywhere, but it cannot start a fire on its own. However, if you focus that light into a single point using a magnifying glass, it will burn wood. Brahmacharya is the magnifying glass of your mind, focusing your scattered thoughts into a single point to ignite the fire of success. A simple explanation from me. Processor speed and RAM. Imagine your laptop is running many unnecessary background apps like lust, worry, random thoughts. No matter how powerful your processor is, the laptop will slow down. Brahmacharya closes those unnecessary background apps, leaving your brain's RAM completely free for your big goals. Night darkness and high beam headlights. On a foggy night, if you drive with low power lights, you cannot see far and there is a fear of accidents. Brahmacharya is the high beam headlight of your mind. It makes your vision so powerful that you can see a future 10 years ahead more clearly than others. Friends, today you learned why successful people are different from others. They are not just smart, they are mentally formidable. Brahmacharya gives your brain the edge needed to cut through any obstacle in the world. But this power is not limited to the body and mind alone. It has a deep spiritual dimension too. See you in the 4th chapter, where we will learn about the supernatural spiritual glory of Brahmacharya.
Chapter 4. Spiritual Glory. We are now entering the most mysterious and sacred part of Swami Sivananda's great work. This fourth chapter will teach your audience how to transcend physical and mental strength to reach a supernatural or spiritual level. Here you will learn how this power brings you closer to your soul. Swami Sivananda speaks an infallible truth in this chapter. Without Brahmacharya, spirituality is merely a dry word. Just as a lamp cannot burn without a wick, it is impossible for your inner spiritual light or self-knowledge to awaken without Brahmacharya. It is not just about self-control, it is the path to elevating oneself to divinity. The core mantra of the fourth chapter is Ojas power from the seventh tissue. In our body, the seventh tissue, dhatu, is semen. Sivananda says that when a seeker or a successful person preserves it, it ascends to the brain and transforms into a brilliant radiance called Ojas. This Ojas power is the magical force that empowers an individual with spiritual strength and evokes devotion and respect in others just by their presence. Real-life stories. In this chapter, Swami Sivananda provides examples of some immortal spiritual figures from history. Lord Buddha. Sivananda explains that when Prince Siddhartha renounced all his royal luxuries and desires to immerse himself in strict brahmacharya and penance, only then did he become the Buddha, or the Enlightened One. The root of his calm yet powerful personality was years of conserved life force. Jesus Christ. Jesus was the embodiment of unbroken brahmacharya. Sivananda states that the key to Jesus's miraculous powers, healing the sick or showing people the path of light, was his purity and celibacy. This is what established him as the messenger of God. Sant Tukaram and Kabir. Sivananda uses these householder saints as examples to show how they, while living ordinary lives, established a direct connection with the Creator through mental purity and brahmacharya. The deep impact their songs and poems still have on human hearts comes from that conserved Ojas power. Metaphorical examples. The raw clay pot versus the baked pot. If you put water in a raw clay pot, it will dissolve into mud. But if that same pot is baked in the heat of a fire, brahmacharya and penance, it can hold water for ages. The lesson. To hold spiritual knowledge or ultimate bliss, you must harden or ripen your body and mind in the fire of brahmacharya. The spider and its web. Just as a spider draws thread from within itself to weave a web and then pulls it back in, a practitioner of brahmacharya pulls their sensory energies inward to merge with cosmic power. A simple explanation from me. Mobile network and satellite link. Imagine your phone has a very weak network, so you can't get an internet connection. Brahmacharya is about increasing your phone's signal strength. When your Ojas power is at its peak, your brain becomes directly synced with cosmic knowledge or universal intelligence. Clouds and the sun. The sun is always in the sky, but dark clouds, desire, and impurity hide it. Brahmacharya is the storm that blows away all the clouds from your mind and allows the sun of your inner soul to shine brightly. Friends, today you learned why Brahmacharya is needed not just for bodybuilding, but to transform yourself into a great soul, Mahaprana. It will make your life not only successful, but meaningful. But how exactly is this magical Ojas power created? What is the scientific process inside the body? See you in the 5th chapter, where we will learn the deep mystery of preserving semen and the scientific method of creating Ojas from it.
Chapter 5. The Preservation of Semen. In this chapter, Swami Sivananda does not view semen merely as a physical fluid, rather he describes it as superfood or brain fuel. He states, just as gold is the king of metals, semen is the king of all elements in the body. The 5th chapter teaches exactly how this miraculous transformation occurs within the body. Knowing this will help you understand why semen is called the essence of life. The core foundation of the 5th chapter is transformation of tissues. According to Ayurveda and Sivananda, from the food we eat, blood, flesh, fat, bone, and marrow are formed, and finally, semen is produced. When this semen is retained in the body instead of being wasted, it transforms into a subtle energy called Ojas. This Ojas power is the source of that magnetic attraction in your personality and your indomitable willpower. Real-life stories from the book. In this chapter, Swami Sivananda provides some powerful examples to illustrate the importance of semen. The longevity of great souls. Sivananda noted that many yogis or saints in the Himalayas live for over 100 years and their brains remain as active as those of young men. The secret lies in their body's semen merging back into the blood to rejuvenate the cells. Stories of physical and mental decline. Sivananda gives examples of many young men who, due to excessive waste at an early age, became prematurely old, lost their memory, and would pant with slight exertion. He showed that losing semen is like throwing your life force into a dustbin. Ancient Greek gladiators. He mentions again that the greatest gladiators of ancient Greece believed that semen was the source of their courage. On the battlefield, opponents would be intimidated just by the gaze of those who entered, having preserved their vital energy. Metaphorical examples from the book. Sivananda provides scientific metaphors to explain the power of semen. The fragrance of a flower. Just as fragrance is invisibly hidden inside a flower, your ojas or spiritual power is hidden within semen. Just as crushing a flower destroys its scent, wasting semen destroys your internal spiritual fragrance or personality. Sugarcane and sugar. Boiling a ton of sugarcane juice yields only a small amount of sugar. Similarly, only a few grams of semen are produced from the essence of several kilograms of blood and marrow. The lesson? Just as sugar is the most valuable part of sugarcane, semen is the most precious essence of your body. It is foolish to consider it trivial. A simple explanation from me. Uranium and nuclear power. Imagine burning a kilogram of coal, you'll get a little heat, but from 1 gram of uranium, you can get enough electricity to run an entire city. Semen is the uranium of your body. Do not burn it like ordinary coal. Use it as fuel for your nuclear power plant, the brain. Software coding and gold master disk. Thousands of lines of code must be written to create a software. When that entire software is packed into a small chip or disk, that is its essence. Semen is the master code of your body. If this code is deleted, no matter how good your body's hardware is, it will be of no use. Friends, today you learned that semen is not just a physical component, it is the blueprint of your life. Preserving it means constantly giving birth to yourself anew. But what is the biggest obstacle in the path of preserving this power? Which mistakes are unknowingly destroying this energy? See you in the 6th chapter, where we will learn about the formidable obstacles to practicing Brahmacharya and the ways to conquer them.
Chapter 6. Obstacles to the practice of Brahmacharya. In this chapter, Swami Sivananda speaks an infallible truth. Learn to recognize the enemy before starting the battle. If you only try to preserve your semen but do not close these leaks, all your efforts will be in vain, just like filling a leaky bucket with water. Swami Sivananda unmasks the hidden enemies here that silently steal our life force without us even realizing it. The core essence of the 6th chapter is the 6 major obstacles. Sivananda says that our senses are always seeking excitement from the outside world, specifically the tongue, food, the eyes, obscene sights, and the ears, vulgar talk. These are the three main paths through which the power of Brahmacharya escapes. This chapter is about the techniques to find and plug those loopholes. Real-life stories from the book. In this chapter, Swami Sivananda shares some poignant yet instructive examples from the lives of seekers and ordinary people. Slavery to the tongue. Swami Sivananda mentions a brilliant student who was practicing Brahmacharya very well. However, due to consuming excessively spicy and hot foods, his nerves became agitated and he lost his long-standing ability to retain his vital energy. Swamiji states, "He who has no control over his tongue can never have secure Brahmacharya." Idleness and day sleeping. Sivananda noticed that those who sleep during the day or have no specific work to do quickly fall prey to lustful thoughts. He explains the proverb, "An idle brain is the devil's workshop," with great emphasis here. Metaphorical examples from the book. Swami Sivananda provides some powerful metaphors to explain these obstacles. The leaky boat. Imagine you are crossing a river in a boat. The boat is beautiful and strong, but there is a small leak at the bottom. No matter how hard you row, the boat will eventually sink. The lesson? Your bad habits or negative thoughts are that small leak that sinks your boat of Brahmacharya. Pouring ghee into fire. If you feed the fire of your desire with stimulating movies, obscene images, or vulgar talk, it is like pouring ghee or clarified butter onto a flame. Then it becomes impossible for you to extinguish that fire. The lesson? Stimulating the senses is synonymous with inviting your own destruction. A simple explanation from me. Gym and junk food. You go to the gym every day, practicing Brahmacharya, but as soon as you leave, you consume lots of fast food and cold drinks. Will your body ever be built? Never. The lesson? Abandoning bad habits is far more important than merely forming good ones. Friends, today you identified the thieves within you who are stealing your life force every day. Without closing these leaks, you can never possess Ojas power. But what are the weapons to conquer these obstacles? How can the turbulent sea of desire be calmed? See you in the 7th chapter, where Swami Sivananda will teach the invincible techniques to conquer lust.
Friends, everything you have heard so far was merely the preparation for battle. But the real fight is yet to come. In the next episode, we will discover the secret weapon that can instantly calm the turbulent sea of desire and make your brain sharper than a diamond. Missing it means losing the key to the greatest power of your life. The link to the part 2 video will be pinned in the first comment of this video, inshallah. Before leaving, a special request. If you truly want to apply the knowledge from any video in your life, take a challenge. For the next 21 days, play the video before sleeping and listen to it at least once. Your brain won't want to listen. After 2 or 3 days, it will deceive you by saying, "I already know everything. Life will just go on as it was." But remember, knowing something and having it merge into your blood and flesh are not the same. If you listen for 21 days, this information will be etched into your subconscious mind. Then even if you don't want to, your body will start applying this knowledge in reality. Additionally, listen to some book for at least 30 minutes every day, whether it's on your Success Code channel or any other channel. Every top wealthy person and celebrity in the world practices knowledge for at least 1 hour every day. That is why they are in the ranks of the top 1% today. Don't forget to let us know in the comments how you liked the video. See you at the unveiling of a new mystery.